I first and foremost give all praise to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son Hamashiach, who we know as Jesus Christ. Um, I wanted to talk to you about this video we seen with Dr. Brown. Try to get this camera back working. As soon as I look away, it with Dr. Brown and going over a lot of the verses I've been telling y'all to stop using. I've been, trying to convince you, trying to show evidence that we got these things wrong and some of the consequences that will come with that. But we'll start here with a video that I did. You can see here, I did this video over 3 years ago. Black unto the ground. And I named it that with the hand down there because that's what we thought. That's what we used to teach. That and the deeper you dig in the ground, the darker you get. We came from Adam. We came from the dust of the ground. So, we're black unto the ground, which means the deeper you dig in the ground, the blacker we get. But I was trying to give correction even back
I want
then.
to show y'all this Jeremiah 14:2 revisited. I did a whole class on this thing 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Tighten up some of the loose screws
Got 700
within our
views.
doctrine, within the Israelite doctrine.
See first comment, all praises.
Oh my bad, y'all. Think get loud. I was just scrolling through the comments here. I was talking over, but the music is just too loud for us to really get to hear what I was saying. But you see some of the comments here. I think it had about 20 comments. There was some correction there. Brother he said the language, they are black unto the ground. He gave the definition for language. I guess that's the English definition. Maybe, I'm not sure. And that's another thing. Us just having an understanding on, the Strongs. Like, this is the Strongs. All right, and this come with most of your camp. It comes with the camp package. Your starter packet. You should have a Strong's, a concordance. All right, and the Strong's concordance locates. It doesn't define, but this one here, see here, it has also with it a dictionary, Hebrew and Greek dictionary, also with it. This This is called a lexicon. You can't see the writings on it. It's a very old Hebrew lexicon. This is a dictionary. Lexicons define words by these particular numbers. This is a Hebrew only lexicon from Oxford. It's very old. And it's good to have books because they change some of these things. And I think this video that I did, we actually pulled the Hebrew from this lexicon because we use the blue letter a lot, but they can update the blue letter, which they have updated the blue letter several times, and can change certain things where they can say they correcting it, but whatever the case may be, it still have the old version too to say, hey, well, it was a point where we was they was saying this, but anyway, I think I gave him a precept with the Nehemiah. Yeah. And the Nehemiah 1 and 13. To show him that the gates will burn to the ground. And Nehemiah and Jeremiah was pretty much saying the same thing. But let's continue.
Gates are
That I've
black
run
into the
across, and
ground.
that's
It says the first thing one does when Shalakia, the wall, the remnant that are left of the captivity, they're in the province, are in great affliction and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem is also broken down, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. All right. The gates thereof are burned with fire. And so the fire has caused the gates to grow weak and to grow feeble and to be burned to the ground and to be blackened unto the ground. What do I know, man?
what do I know? What do I know, man? And I'm humble enough to tell you, I ain't the brightest.
Raise up. Now, what I want to do is just show you a couple clips that I've run across, and that's what sparked me to do the video because I see that these hungry jokers are waiting to try to trip us up with this thing. And you've seen it's going to be a whole panel of these Christian apologists waiting. That's what they teaching. Like, that's that Jeremiah 14 too. So if you get caught using it, they are going to use that against us and to try to make us look like we don't know what we're talking about. And if you see that they not even gonna really say the proper Hebrew words, and you can really confound them, but you can also get confounded if you don't really exegete the text, right? But look at these videos. Watch these two videos, these two clips.
The book wasn't given it to you.
That's another famous one. That's go to.
Mhm.
How about
Anybody
this?
else? Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
for example, with the camps, Jeremiah 14:2, they see the word black in the King James and don't understand that the word kadaru in the Hebrew is a verb, not an adjective, and somehow will
Big one.
conclude that this is indicating that that the King James translation
Do we know the difference between a verb and an adjective? While we looking for that, be it while we looking for nouns, is it a noun? Is it plural? Are we looking for those things?
somehow we're saying that not even realizing how the grammar in Hebrew works because the subject is the gates, because the word kadaru is plural, gates is plural, since they don't understand how Hebrew grammar in many cases actually works. Not all of them, but specifically the camps. They miss that obvious point and then they come to irrational conclusions, not even realizing that in Job 30:28, the same root word that's used in the relevant word in Jeremiah 14:2 is rendered mourning in their own King James translation. But
MOURNING, just so everyone's following.
yeah,
It's yeah, but yeah, you're totally right. That's why I've seen some of the camps, I'll be specific. Sakari is backing away from that reading of Jeremiah 14:2. At least that's what they told me in person.
And again, salute to Sakari. See if I can get this camera to get right. Salute to Sakari. They been got away from it. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't telling you in public that they got away from it and they adjusted their doctrine. They probably won't tell you that unless you get mad. I mean, unless you make them mad, trying to teach them something or trying to tell them or use certain things against them, and then they'll probably confound you and tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to tell you that and give you this correction without that. I don't need to do all that. I'm just telling you, um, you can stop using that thing out of love. Out of love. I'm not here to try to confound nobody. I don't get kicks out of that.
Because remember, they read Jeremiah 14:2 and think that when it says black, it means actually black, the color black. But the word black in the Hebrew is referring to death or something negative. People don't realize that. It's not. It has nothing to do with black.
Hold up.
Black
Say
skin.
that one more time. Say that again.
Jeremiah.
So I'm going to cite it first in King James, and then we're going to look at the Hebrew. We're going to go through a bunch of verses. All right. Job 30:30. Now, Job himself was not an Israelite, but fine. This text is quoted. Job 30:30 says this: "My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat." Okay, I'm just going to run through the verses quickly in the King James, and then I'm going to look at the Hebrew. So I'm just going to run through them quickly. And Chris, don't even bother about putting them up right now because I'm going to go through them.
And listen, I'm just gonna let this play the rest of the way, and y'all can clip out y'all wherever y'all feel Dr. Brown is wrong. Clip it out, make a video, cut that joker, give him the correction, and and deal with it like that. Whatever y'all feel he's wrong. But I'm gonna let it play the rest of the way, y'all.
Quickly. Job 30:30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat. Song of Solomon 1:5. I am black but comely. This is a woman speaking. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me, etc. So I am black but comely, and don't look down on me because I'm black and the sun has looked upon me. Jeremiah 8:21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people I am hurt. I am black, astonishment hath taken hold of me. Jeremiah 14:2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Lamentations 5:10, our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Okay, first thing, assume you can't read Hebrew at all. And let's assume that the King James translation is perfect, and it can be strongly debated. But let's just say the King James is perfect. You can't read Hebrew at all. What would you come to the conclusion? Something's wrong. Something's wrong here. In other words, these are not good descriptions. This is not a positive description of someone's well-being, even with Song of Solomon. I'm black but comely. Saying, don't look negatively because I'm black, because the sun's been shining on me. These are all negative conditions. I don't mean being black is negative. I mean these descriptions of skin color. Something is wrong in these descriptions. All right. My skin is black upon me. My bones are burnt with heat. So Job's saying, look at something's wrong. My skin color is bad. I'm burnt. Yeah, I'm like roast. I'm burned. I'm not normal. Don't look at me. Song of Solomon. I'm still beautiful, even though I'm black, because I'm blackened by the sun. So don't look negatively on me. All right, Jeremiah 8:21, because I'm in so much pain, I'm black. Why are these things being said? So I am not saying black is negative. I'm saying that all these descriptions of skin color are all negative descriptions. Why? Because they're not about race and skin color. They're about a condition that someone finds themselves in. Jeremiah 14:2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Again, a negative description. Something's wrong. They're mourning and languishing. And by the way, let's read this. Judah languishes, and the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground. What are black? The gates. The gates are black. Lamentations 5:10. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. These are not descriptions of how the children of Israel normally looked. These are descriptions of people in mourning who are ashen, who are darkened, who are burnt in the sun. That's what these are descriptions of. So, in no way does it tell you normal skin color. It has literally nothing to do with that. And then some of the Hebrew words used can also be translated I mourn, languish. They have nothing to do with skin color. But even if they did, it's not a racial description of the people. It's a description of people in great suffering and pain. Ashen. You lost all your color, or you look dark. What's the matter? Yeah, I'm really depressed. I'm really sick. Something's wrong. That's all these verses are saying. And in Jeremiah 14:2, in context, the they refers to the gates. You say, well, but hang on. Got a few more verses. Amos 9:7. God speaking to Israel, are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord? Have I not brought you up out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Kir? He's not saying you have the skin color of Ethiopians. In fact, race, skin color was not an issue in the Bible. That's not the big thing. Even the original heritage, African Heritage Bible says that very thing. And Evangelist Skinner says the same thing. Race, as we know it, that wasn't the construct. The issue was religious separation and ethnic separation. Different colors, skin, that was not the issue. All God's saying here is, you're like everybody else to me. I brought up the Philistines from here, and the Syrians from here, and the Ethiopians from here. He's not saying you have the skin color of the Ethiopians, or the skin color of the Philistines, or the skin color of the Syrians. Zephaniah 1:1, the word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cushi. Well, could be Ethiopian. This is saying that Zephaniah was black. Could be. It's possible. We don't know, but Cushi just could be a name, or it could be saying his father was Ethiopian. Could be. Yeah, so we know there's black presence in the Bible. No one's arguing that Moses marries a Cushite woman. So we know there's black color through the Old Testament. That's not the issue. But the people as a whole, no, best as we understand, that wasn't the skin color. And How about this then? You want to talk about Ethiopians? Zephaniah 2:12, ye Ethiopians also, you shall be slain by my sword. Does that mean God's especially going to kill black people? No. Or Jeremiah 13:23, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? If the Israelites looked like Ethiopians, why God is asking that question? Why doesn't he just say, can you change your skin color? No, because the Ethiopians, Africans, black, he's just making an illustration. Could they change their skin color? No. Can a leopard change his spots? No. Well, you can't change your wicked heart either. Right. So he's not, if the Israelites looked like the Ethiopians, he just would have said, can you change your skin color? No, instead, it's saying that they're a separate, different people. We come back. I just want to show you something really quickly. I could make Jesus white based on scripture. I could make the Israelites white based on scripture. I could make black evil based on scripture.
Like I said, Israel, y'all can take that, man, and clip out what parts you want to clip out, and man, bring correction and show where he's wrong. But that's all I wanted to bring out. And like I say, man, I look back on these things, it's like I told you 4 years ago, over 3 years ago, close to 4 years ago, that this was gonna happen. And this video was from somebody else's video. Somebody else is watching this video with their audience. And we just don't want to accept the correction.